I had a few.
I love the book, and I love my best friend, William Brown. He's a good writer.
Sometimes that too synonymous.
Yeah.
Good book. The author is a great
What's the man's name
writer.
again? What's his name?
He's been writing for 20 years.
That's about it. Working on the illustrations for his sequel to the next Dragons Bane, and his creativity actually is going to be inspiring many people. And all I can say is, buy it, read it, it's excellent.
One of my greatest accomplishments ended up becoming one of the busiest days of my life, and that was in August of 2009, starting with initially with another book signing tour taking place locally in town, followed by a small break to actually meet with the mayor of my hometown, Coral Springs, where together we actually coordinated and launched an author's recognition program. Now, understandably, for myself, being an independent author, one of the biggest challenges that kind of faced my way, and is very common, is the fact that even though you have become published, there's a lot of places that are hesitant to allow you to have a signing venue, or even a book signing tour for that matter, unless, of course, you happen to be either on the bestsellers list or you are of a higher caliber. And so I've always found that to be not quite discouraging, but rather more of a challenge. So thinking back to the collaborative efforts between Rodrigo and Paul over the years, and how with their contributions and motivation I've been able to produce the series in general, I spoke with the mayor of the city and approached him upon the matter and asked if there would be something that could be done that would be able to help improve the situation. And not only was he keen to do so, but he offered to go ahead and collaborate as well too, and contribute support and endorsement. So in August of 2009, the city of Coral Springs became the very first city in the United States to actually recognize its own authors and poets.
The next recognition, and the last one for the evening, is a very unique one, and it looks like we have a lot of the population in the room that's related to somebody. Oh, there's one more? Another mistake. All right. I've asked for this, that we recognize local authors and local poets for a couple of reasons. One is I think that we have this creative talent in our midst that many people don't know about. And I think we have a very creative community. It might even be a potential economic engine for our city. And the more we can recognize the creative talent that lives in our community, expose you to our community and have the community exposed to you, I think the more we'll all benefit. And as I told Jessica Rayner, who asked for a quote before about these local authors and local poets, I believe 3 traits are common for authors, and that's courage, conviction, and an excellent way of sharing with people, whether it's a nonfiction message or a fictional message. Well, those are all the kind of traits that we want to, leverage in our community. So with that, I want to call up local authors and poets. I'm going to ask staff, we don't have the time to recognize each of your individual accomplishments. I'm going to ask staff if they can put in the information that we have in the backup clearly on our website. So hopefully they'll be able to do that. So you'll be able to click on sometime tomorrow, maybe the next day. You can through the agenda, but I want our whole community to know what makes you unique and your unique accomplishments. And because there are so many, we just don't have time to explore that for each individual. So let's recognize the authors and poets that are living in our city, or near, but I believe all of you.
Following the ceremony, I ended up also being equally surprised as well too when my late mentor, Dr. Jeff Singleton, who was a film producer and journalist who had taken me under his wing from my Titanic research all the way through, surprised me by reuniting some of my former teachers and some of my oldest friends, and over the course of a dinner interviewed me about Dragons Bane for his
Well, this
TV
is Books and
series,
Authors,
Books
and
and
I'm
Authors.
Dr. Singleton Jeffrey. And today we're talking to William Brower and his friends of many years, back even to high school, isn't it?
Yep, very much so.
It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, we want to,
Okay, you're on.
Mr. Brower, tell us about your new book and the friends that helped you continue writing now. Also, your new book is represented by these, the Dragons Bane.